Welcome back to Sips of Life, where we explore life's complexities, one intentional sip at a time. I'm Denise Wong, and today we're diving into something that every single one of us faces at some point in life, navigating difficult conversations. These are the talks that make our palms sweat and our hearts race, the ones we sometimes avoid but know are necessary. Whether it's addressing conflict with a loved one, speaking up at work, or expressing your needs in a relationship, difficult conversations are unavoidable, but they don't have to be something you dread. In fact, when approached with the right mindset and tools, these conversations can become transformative moments of growth and connection. In today's episode, we'll cover how to stay calm and grounded during high stakes talks, recognizing and managing emotional triggers, the balance between honesty and empathy, knowing when to hit pause, building confidence for future difficult conversations. So, grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's take this one sip at a time. Let's start with staying calm and grounded. The first rule of navigating a difficult conversation is managing yourself. Emotions can run high and it's easy to lose your footing. One of the simplest but most powerful tools here is breath work. Before you start the conversation or even mid discussion, try this. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale for 6. It's called a grounding breath and it's designed to signal your brain that you're safe, even in a stressful moment. Another tip, anchor yourself in the present moment. Instead of worrying about what the other person might say or how the conversation might end, focus on the here and now. Ask yourself, what am I feeling? What do I want to express clearly? By staying present, you can approach the discussion with more clarity and confidence. Here's a big one: emotional triggers. We all have them, but we often don't realize how much they affect our ability to communicate effectively. For example, maybe certain phrases or tones remind you of past conflicts and you react defensively before you even realize it. To manage this, take a moment to pause and identify your triggers. What is this conversation really bringing up for you? Is it fear of rejection, a need to feel understood? Naming the emotion can help you take a step back and respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. And remember, it's okay to slow down. A well-timed pause can prevent you from saying something you might regret and gives both you and the other person a chance to regroup. Now, let's talk about balance, specifically balancing honesty with empathy. It's easy to swing too far in one direction, either sugarcoating your words to avoid conflict or being so brutally honest that it hurts the other person. The sweet spot lies in expressing your truth while also considering their perspective. Try using I statements instead of you statements. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," you could say, "I feel unheard when I'm interrupted." This shifts the focus from blame to your own experience, which is less likely to put the other person on the defensive. Empathy also means listening, really listening, not just waiting for your turn to talk. When the other person speaks, try reflecting their words back to them. A simple, "So what I'm hearing is," can go a long way in making them feel understood. Sometimes the best way to move forward is to pause. If a conversation becomes too heated or unproductive, it's okay to take a step back and say, "I think we need some time to reflect before continuing this discussion." Pausing doesn't mean you're avoiding the issue, it means you're prioritizing a productive outcome. When you revisit the conversation, set a clear intention. Ask yourself, what do I hope to achieve? And remember to revisit it when both parties are calm and open to resolution. Finally, let's talk about building confidence. Difficult conversations are a skill, and like any skill, you get better with practice. Start small. Maybe it's a low stakes conversation with a friend where you express your boundaries. Each time you face a tough talk, you're training yourself to approach the next one with more clarity and courage. And don't forget to celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Every step forward is progress. And that's a wrap on today's episode of Sips of Life. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking this journey with me. If you found this episode helpful, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Head over to Instagram or TikTok at sipandshare.dw to share your takeaways or tell me about a difficult conversation you've navigated recently. Here's a thought-provoking question to leave you with. What's one conversation you've been avoiding, and what small step can you take today to face it? Until next time, remember to take it one sip at a time. You've got this.